Welcome everybody to Inside Hollywood on the Hudson. I'm your host, Michelle Servino, and I'm here today with my special friends, artistic director, Olga Levina, right? Levina, and we have Tatyana, and I'm not going to even bother trying to say your last name, so please let us know.
Tatyana Zbirovskaya.
Zbirovskaya.
Tatyana Zbirovskaya.
Zbirovskaya.
You almost.
Almost got it.
Almost got it.
Well, welcome so much. Thank you so much for being here today. Talk to me a little bit about JCTC first off. I mean, I know you were the artistic director there in Jersey City. Talk a little bit about the space and what it's like there.
Well, we started the company, Jersey City Theater Center, in 2006, and 2014 we opened our smaller space, Marsala Studios, with 10 professional artists working in black box theater, and then later on in 2016 we opened White Eagle Hall. So now we manage and program two spaces, Marsala Studios and White Eagle Hall. We are presenting and producing company because we actually started with producing theater in Jersey City in 2006 when spaces were not available. And our first show, Land of Fire, by Louis Santero, we produced in New York City. So now having both spaces, it's a gift, and also having presenting other artists and also producing our own work is also incredible. So
Tell me a little bit about yourself and your background. I mean, I know that you were in theater yourself, right? So let's hear a little bit about, you know, I mean, you obviously have a passion for the arts and you're super supportive in Jersey City and just theater in general. You have a love for it and a wonderful view. I always respect your view about the artists and the artist's ability and the productions. So tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, Michelle, I started very young.
You are very young still. What are you talking about? We're all young, aren't we?
Yes, but I started as a child. I got into Belarusian School of Dance and graduated at age of 15 with degree in choreography. But I have to say that my mother gave me lifelong love for arts. She brought me to theater. She was an actress herself. She would always bring me with her. So at 15, I joined Yuri Slutinsky Studio Theater in Minsk. Then I started my own company, traveled a little bit, and came to United States, worked with incredible artists, went to Montclair University, graduated with BFA, studied directing with Jorge Cachero, but also before that worked with some incredible directors, studied at Lee Strasberg Theater Studios, Sally Johnson, you name it.
Wow.
I don't even remember all the incredible people who affected my life and taught me so much. But I'm also, as you know, mother of 3, and it's always been, what do I choose first, my children or auditions? And
it's definitely a struggle.
Yes, or my work, and it took me some time to raise my family to where we now, so I can say, okay, now I can take another project on and direct.
It's a healthy balance now, so that's wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
They're not babies anymore.
Yes.
And I don't have to watch them grow. It's already kind of like, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, this is actually your, the new space is the White Eagle Hall, right? You just recently launched, it's been a year now, right?
Over a year.
Over a year,
yes. Over a year. April is a month. April 26th of 2016 was our first production, so it's over a year now.
Wonderful. And how is everything going? I mean, I see so many people heading in and out of there. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of productions, a lot of bands. The space is stunning.
Well, because the way everything's structured in Jersey City, of course, on commercial side, we have to have bands, and we love music, so we're bringing a lot of national artists because it's incredible space, been in the community for many, many years. With theater and arts presenting in Jersey City is a little bit more challenging because you need a lot of money to present artists, to present national and international artists, and with the funding and support of Jersey City community, I think we did pretty good job presenting artists over this 1.5 year on bigger stage in Jersey City.
Certainly, certainly. So you just recently started putting together a 2-week production, and I'm really excited to let our guests know what you've gotten your hands on and what you're bringing to Jersey City. So let's talk a little bit about, before we get into Tatyana and of course the production itself, let's talk a little bit about what inspired you to sort of get into Trojan Women.
Well,
because I mean, it's Greek, and it's, you know, it's the trilogy, right? It's the trilogy of the Trojan War, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Many years ago, I was in a production that was directed by Jorge Cachero, myself. I played on drama key, and I think we started a company with hopes that we can restage the show.
Because it was that inspiring for you.
It was that inspiring. It was that beautiful. It was changing experience for me, truly.
Yeah.
For me as an actress, and also for me as a viewer of the show. And then I started to learn more and more about a regional director of a production, which is Sergei Sherban, and his work and the way this production was done all over the world. And the very first mission of Jersey City Theater Center was to produce works that relevant, but also diverse. And as soon as all the conversations about women and our rights started, and everything what happened in Hollywood with president, politically, I thought about Trojan Women and about importance of producing it now, but from women's standpoint, because I believe that men and politicians would always get us into war and mass, and then we stay after the war, women stay and clean up the mess.
Right. So we're going to take a short break because I want to get into this, and it seems like the most intriguing story. But we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back right after this.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back with Olga Levina and talking about Trojan Women and what inspired her to bring this production to Jersey City. So I know we were talking, when we took our last break, we were talking a little bit about, you know, how women clean up the messes after the Trojan War. And, you know, I think you were saying that what inspired you was sort of like, as women have become sort of like centric right now, right?
Well, every time, yes, something happens now, you, as director, as an artist, you look back at the history and you think, how did we end up in this situation? What went wrong? How come women, girls, you know, one of best students, we go to university, all the freedom, feminism movement, and they had to go and do what they had to go and do to get parts in movies, and at workplaces get on top through doing something
Right.
like exchanging sex for, and
yeah, that Me Too, you know, issue that you know has come up and sort of come to fruition right now, and saying, okay, like, we need to change this. You know, I mean, I can talk about my husband's cousin Mira, who literally lost her career because she chose not to sleep with Harvey Weinstein. I mean, she went through hell, and she's finally, the movement happened where she was finally able to speak up and say, you know what, I suffered all these years.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and it's, I'm so sorry about it, Michelle.
But you know what? She was able to raise her kids and her family, and you know, and now this is her time now. So,
yeah.
you know, finally, right?
Yes, but it should not be like that.
It should not have been that way.
Yes,
absolutely.
and that's one of the reasons I got back, because it's very rewarding to present other artists, but I couldn't find anything strong enough with a strong message to present this season, and I decided to direct myself.
Good for you.
And now that I'm doing it, all new projects are coming up, and I'm like, why didn't I do it before?
So this is becoming a very creative process for you.
But it was also very vivid, and
wow.
to me, I had like a vision. I'm like, in order for us women to take that stand, and we have to take the power back,
right?
And we have to say, okay, even though I have 3 children, I still can go and direct, so I can give opportunities to other artists like
sure.
myself, women, because for me, all this scandals that happened was like,
right.
we all knew, but it was
not talked about.
It
right.
was not talked about.
We didn't talk about it.
And I think more women should take power back to their hands and go direct, open up their own companies. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
You just have to make that first step.
I understand.
And it's very, very rewarding, very rewarding. But if we would like to give opportunities to more women and feel that we are on the same with men, have the same power,
sure.
we have to make those changes.
Right. So, circling back to Trojan War, we talked a little bit about, can you maybe explain to everybody a little bit about what exactly Trojan Women is about? Just a little bit of background for everybody who's not really versed in that topic.
Well, the play, The Trojan Women, was written by Euripides at 426 BC for one of the festivals, and it was about this war in
the trilogy of the war.
Yes,
right?
The trilogy of the war, where every person dies, basically, except all the soldiers, the whole city getting desolated, and only people who survive are women. and women, Greeks take women to slavery. And of course, like most Greek plays, it's a lot of talking, but our production is different. It's very physical, it's bilingual. We have 20 actors cast.
Wow.
It's equity production. We have women representing different countries from Pakistan to Russia to Ethiopia to Romania to Israel. So it's women from all over the world. And they also they represent their own countries. They speak in their languages. And what I wanted to show with this production is the unity that we have as women and how wars affected all of us. We all have that history.
Wow.
And yes, that's what production is based on. So it's very multicultural, bilingual. We have great production team. It's going to be a lot of projections and music and songs and dance and and child. I can't forget Naya.
Right.
We have a child in
a
a show.
quick clip. And I was able to see a little bit of the dancing and the child, of course, and it really does look so powerful. It seems very, very exciting, but I'm very excited to take a short break and then bring back Tatyana on and talk about the production itself and her role. And so we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in a few moments.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport. Live like you want.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm with Olga and Tatyana of Trojan Women, happening in a couple of weeks, right, in Jersey City at the Jersey City Theater Company, right? Tatyana, what do you play as in the play, and how did you relate to your character?
Well, good question. I played lead part Hecuba.
Okay.
And it is an extremely difficult part to play because
Why
the whole
so?
drama and the whole tragedy goes through this woman and through her heart. And well, how does it relate to me? You know, every character relates to you in a way. If you play a character, it relates to you. And if you talk about my life, what happened to me in my life, and how my life brought me to this part, it's extremely interesting journey.
So there's parallels there.
It's, I would say, it's not a parallel. It's kind of like my life story in a different, in different ages.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so your character is such a strong character. Did you feel it was difficult to jump into that role and be that person?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm an actress.
Yes.
Right? And to find a good role for an actress, it is such a blessing, you know?
Yeah.
And I've been acting all my life, but recently I didn't have that many roles. I speak with an accent, and I dream.
Which is lovely, by the way. I think it's so pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And I dreamed about tragic role because I felt it is time now to show the whole power of human heart, of human soul, of human power for life, because if you wouldn't do it, nobody else will do it for us, right? So I kind of was ready, and I didn't see there was no part for me, and I was just dreaming. I was thinking there is shoes. I believe in law of attraction.
I believe in the law of attraction as well.
So I was walking in my park, and I was thinking, I've got to have some kind of tragic part, and there is no parts written. I mean, there's not many that big parts.
Yeah.
And suddenly there was a miracle that my friend calls me and she said, there is a part for you. There is such a director, Olga Levina. And here we are, eventually.
So as far as the play itself, is it a direct copy of sort of the play that, you know, happened back in, you know, 419 BC, or it was 419, right? Like in the 400s, in the 400s,
426, yeah, when he wrote the play, yeah.
So I know that you had mentioned about the languages that you brought together. I mean, were these languages that are just sort of today languages, or, you know, was...
May I say about this, please?
Sure, please.
May I, Olga?
Yes, sure.
I think it is absolutely awesome and unique solution for that play to bring women from all around the world, from totally different countries, with totally different backgrounds. And when all these women on stage, we suddenly understand that emotions are the same. In each country, pain is pain, love is love.
Wow.
And it is so interesting to see how, through all these different languages, the play is coming together and how we understand each other through these emotions. I think it is a wonderful idea that Olga brought in for this play.
I think that we always say that you don't need to really understand the language, you just really need to feel it. And I think that's sort of what happens in this play. That's amazing. What was the thing that brought you to this play? Like, how did you bring everything together? I mean, you come up with this concept, you say to yourself, I'm going to create this production. How do you get yourself organized to get there creatively?
Well, I think there's a dream and a idea, there's a will, right? And it's, like I said, it's been in me for many, many years. And I played on drama key, and even though play was done mostly in Greek, I spoke Russian in the play. So I always wanted to explore what would it feel like to bring all these different women together, and I absolutely love diversity.
Yeah.
I love diversity. I have in me Ukrainian, Chinese, Russian, you name it.
Unbelievable.
I was baptized, and yet I grew up in Jewish family. So I always wanted to explore, and Peter Brook is one of my favorite theater directors. I read all his books, so I always wanted to explore and kind of go that way and bring the world into theater. More and more we talk about how our world is becoming smaller and smaller, and it's no longer just one culture. It's a bouquet. It's a beautiful bouquet, and that's what's interesting for me to explore.
That's amazing and beautiful, actually. You know, I know that the production is coming up. I know you're rehearsing all the time. Are you finding anything to be sort of new? Are you bringing a new perspective to that particular production?
Yes. I think what I wanted to, as a woman director,
yes.
and what I'm finding more and more, and what I wanted to explore is women's strengths and how we can be beaten up, abused, and still find strengths to get up and move on.
And be resilient.
And be resilient and be mothers. And this is what I'm exploring with it, more so than the productions that I heard or studied about. That vary through what? Where do we find that strength? Because it's been a question almost all my life. Like,
well, you're here now, and you're doing it, and it sounds like an amazing production. I myself am very excited to come and see it. I love diversity as well, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the cast put out this very powerful play. I would love for you to let everybody know where they can get more information about your theater and also the production itself.
Well, if you go on www.jctcenter.org, www.jctcenter.org, you can purchase your tickets. We have tickets for you, Michelle.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to come.
Pick the dates, and we have the tickets.
And when is the production happening again?
Production is happening November 2nd to November 18th. Opening is on Friday, and then it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday through Saturday, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And Sunday, 6 o'clock.
Great. That's fantastic. Well, everybody, that wraps up Inside Hollywood on the Hudson for today. I know I'm super excited to be catching this production, and I look forward to seeing you at the theater. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.